Yeah, so I've just been talking for quite a while and didn't realise my headset was plugged in. Now it is plugged in. I can take you through. It's raining here in Austria. Welcome to Europe tier um, tier 1. We have 20 drivers here today. It is a one-shot qualifying followed by a sprint race, and then after that we will have the full race. 20 drivers here for this race. Very good attendance for Europe Tier 1. Two drivers do have a qualifying ban. Those two drivers are VT10 Ultra and um, Turbo Snail. And we ride aboard with one shot qualifying. VT10 retired. They cannot stay a lap if you have a qualifying ban. You'll receive a race ban. A lot of drivers moving up and down, up and down, up and down. Intermediate tyres, a lot of drivers are going for. I think all drivers have gone for the intermediates at the moment. A lot of drivers moving all over the place at the moment. So the two Mercedes currently P2 and P3. The Red Bull of Kylo currently P1. Red Bull's looking very good at the moment. Padula now moving up into P5. Lampton and Ben in P8, P9 in the Ferrari looking very good. Two Alfa Romeos not doing that well at the moment. Aston Martin currently P10 and P17. As we see Alex Noble still in second, and it's been overtaken by Panos in third place. Can't really be changing drivers that much. Ferrari still moving all over the place. Right aboard Lantern at the moment. Kylo still in the lead. Alex Noble, the two Mercedes, currently in P2 and P3. The Ferrari has now moved up into P4, and so Lambton in P6. Williams are moving all over the place. Miguel there in P10. You want to cross the line. I think Cyclo's going to take pole position with a 1:11.849. Brilliant time. Alex Noble with a 1:13.301. That's just one shot qualifying. Over in a matter of seconds. That quick. As we see here, we're right on board. Silo with a 1:11.849. And Alex Noble in a Mercedes 1:13.301. Johnny Gaggio 1:13.366. Two Mercedes there in P2 and P3. Ben in the Ferrari Lantern P4 and P6. Panos in Williams P5. Federico P7. Penula P8. IG4 P9. Paquinho P10. Miguel P11. Dragon P12. Kura Killers P13, Wabanoa P14, Martin 15th, VT10 Ultra with a quali ban, Demo P17, Arvin P18, Gred P19, and Turbo Snail also with a quali ban. So, that is our grid. So it is cloudy skies. Spielberg here. We're gonna go underway with a formation lap. Mercedes are looking very good at the moment. The current driver championship standings, we have Arbon was the first race winner of Europe, and he's currently sat in P18. So he's got a lot of work to do there for Europe. As we see the potential race strategies, let's get the tyres up here for the race. As we see Silo, the only driver out of the 20 to be starting on the soft compound tyres. Everyone else starting on the medium compound. Arbon is currently leading the championship with 25 points with a win in Miami. Wab's currently in second place in the Alfa Romeo, which is Wabanoa, who's currently 14th with 18 points. Demo 99, who's currently 17th. There are 3 people currently at the top of the championship table, currently at the bottom of the grid at the moment, so not good for them. So we will see how this race pans out. 20 drivers here around Austria, Spielberg. Very long, very nice track. I really enjoyed this track. Will be interesting to see a 12-lap race for the sprint race, and then we go into the full race. The sprint race will set the grid for the full race. Silo is a very quick driver. Only had joined the server today, but he's in. He's in as a reserve driver, and maybe getting a seat after this race. See how he does. We ride on board with the final driver of Turbo Snail, who had a qualifying ban, running off the back of the grid. TIR driver, quite a quick driver. And if we go to the red light, 3, 4 and 5, and it's lights out, and away we go here in Austria. Carlo's had a very good start. 2 Mercedes are alongside already going into turn 1, and then Ferrari diving his nose in of Ben, trying to get past Alex Noble. Got past 1 Mercedes already. Very clear, clean driving. I was about to say that, clean driving going into turn 1. A tiny bit of collision going further back behind. And we see a Mercedes over Williams actually going down the inside of Ferrari, until Williams get past the Ferrari of Panos to get him through, and a tiny bit of contact there. Getting pushed off the track, and that might be a DNF on bench. He's still alive there on bench. A lot of chaos going on. That's a massive DNF, massive crash with Demo, who's currently third in the championship from Panos, and there's a virtual safety car coming out now. And a couple of drivers, VT10, I think managed to steer clear of the action. Doesn't seem to be having any front wing damage. Wabano looking very slow. The safety car is out, as I say that, lap 1. Demo, who is actually 3rd at the moment in championship, and retired from the sprint race. Obviously only the top 8 drivers get points in a sprint, and also set the grid for the sprint. See what chat's saying. 1 hasn't gone indeed, but Demo didn't do that bad in Miami. It's very unfortunate. Turbo Snail, obviously no one went for the entered pole. I'd be very surprised if anybody did go for the entered pole, as we see a couple of drivers coming into the pits actually. Both Ferrari coming into the pit to change their front wing. Also Lantern and Ben. Ben seemed to have a very good start actually. As we see Run Team coming to the pit as well, changing the front wing for the cross compounder tyres. A lot of drivers coming into the pits. Lantern's coming to the pits. We've put on a fresh set of medium tyres, which is going to be interesting for how we're going to play out of sprint qualifying, sprint race, and for the actual race. So that'll be very interesting. 2 retirements already. The back 4 of the grid. Ben was looking very good coming off the start, but just an unfortunate collision with the Williams and the Ferrari with each other. Wab also on the stop. Carlo's still currently in the lead. He needs to get a very good start. Alex managed to stay with him relatively quite well. Last race in Miami, VT10 got given driver of the day, as well as he got the fastest lap, so he managed to get 8 points in that race. So he did pretty well actually. Coming in 7th place, we only get 6 points, but managed to snag a bonus 2 points. Obviously, I'll be very surprised if anybody went for entered pole during a one-shot qualifying. That's a guaranteed last place, but anything people do for a bonus point, I mean, it's doable. I think he's great coming to the pit when the safety car's already all bunched up together. But he's coming to the pit. Going to lose a lot of positions here, and might detriment his race as we come in. Maybe a front wing change. It is a front wing change. Put on a soft compounder tyre. He is going to regroup back to the pack, but that is the front wing of the Aston Martin getting changed at the moment. As we see, currently the top 10 is a Red Bull of Kylo, Mercedes and Aston Martin. Miguel in the Williams P4. Mercedes looking very strong at the moment. P2 and P5 with Yoni Gagio. Yoni Gagio, very unfortunate collision with what happened in Miami. VT10 Ultra missed his braking point and accidentally rear-ended him into going into turn 11. of Austria. Alpine looking very good at the moment, and P6 and P7. And McLaren not doing that well actually. Ferrari obviously started very well, hasn't ended very well. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to open this up. And this is just to allow me just to direct you through the track. Safety car is coming in this lap. Silo will be leading the pack for this. And I think he's gone on away already. Caught Alex Noble napping heavily. Frederica's all over the back of Alex Noble at the moment. Silo's completely clear already of the driver going into turn 1. He's going to want to get move past them, Mercedes. The Aston Martin looking a lot better than the Mercedes going through turn 2. Maybe going down the inside of Raymond of turn 3. He has gone down the inside. He's going to make the mistake. You know, the Mercedes can have better exit speed and invite the fighter Miguel further back behind. As we ride down to Kurokilo, going side by side actually with McLaren at the moment, side by side, AlphaTauri and VT10, who's made his way from the back of the field from a qualifying batch. He's done quite well so far, moving up into P11, so not too bad. The Turbo Snail as well, also getting past Kurokilo on the soft compound tyres, using advantage as much as he can with the soft compound tyres. We see Petella really close to Paquinho at the moment, trying to get past to the final point position of P8 in the sprint race, currently lap 4 out of lap 12. Padula trying to get past Paquinho, and Paquinho going quite wide there. Round rint of turn 9 and turn 10, currently lapping a lot quicker than that. Kurokilo gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits violation. And we see that further down behind, second driver to pick up a penalty point. And we see Padula now going down the outside, inside of turn 2, down the outside of turn 3. He's got the move stuck, but Paquinho's not going to give that one up. Potentially a switchback from the Red Bull, but Paquinho's looking very good, managing to hold off the Red Bull quite well. As we see that Arbon also there will ride a ball with him behind. As we see the Red Bull drifting quite wide as the AlphaTauri ride to curb too much, and the Red Bull getting past. And he's lost 2 positions coming out of that final corner. It's a hat of Turbo now, is also going to want to get past him quite significantly. Currently lap 5 of lap 12. Kylo now currently bridging the gap to a 2.4 second gap now to Alex Noble, who also increased the gap to 1.3 seconds. Paquinho looking quite firm, and we see Miguel now pick up a 3-second time penalty. As we see Turbo going down the inside of the final corner. Very nice move on Paquinho for P10, and we see the two AlphaTauri together now of VT10 getting past Paquinho. I see Paquinho last week saying his teammate is very quick, and indeed he is. I can vouch you for that one. VT10 now sliding past Paquinho, and we see Miguel going down the inside of the Aston Martin for the final podium position, but that time penalty is going to hurt him a lot, dropping down, maybe even out the point. We see him going side by side, coming down the DRS straight as the Aston Martin and DRS, and so does the Mercedes. Will the Mercedes go down the inside of Miguel? No, he's not. Going to stick behind Miguel going into Schlossgold. And we see him move further down the field of Red, getting past Kurokilo, and Padula getting back past Turbo Snail. Turbo Snail on the top compound of tyres, not looking that great. I mean, going to go down the inside of Rauch of turn 6. Very nice move there from Turbo Snail. See a safety car further back, as that is a Ferrari spinning around. As we see Arbon, current championship leader, trying to get past Duran Dragon at the moment. Duran Dragon is a tier 2 driver reserving for today's race. Doing quite well at the moment, current champ P7. Paquinho with a 3-second time penalty, and Arbon is going to stick behind it with a DRS here. Not going to want to fight this one here. And Martin also quite far down in the field, trying to get past. Arbon get past down the inside of turn 2, around the outside of turn 3. Got the move done. Don't think Duran Dragon's going to fight that one back. No, he's not. Martin maybe going down the inside here of the AlphaTauri. He's going to go down the inside. Tiny bit of contact on the front left, but Not going to want to fight that one too much as we see VT10 getting past the Red Bull again. Red Bull's going to give that one up ever so slightly. We see a couple of drivers moving further down the field. Miguel now, Martin now in P12. The Red Bull still chasing down the VT10 Ultra. Points are only down up into P8. It's currently lap 7 out of 12 as it looks at the moment. Carlo will be gaining maximum points for the sprint race and he currently holds the fastest lap. Miguel still chasing down Federico with that penalty is going to hurt him detrimentally for the point wide and also for starting place, and he goes quite wide coming out of turn 1. And we see Turbo Snail now getting a penalty. It's going to detriment him a lot, and we see him get past Duran Dragon. His safety car now come out, and I don't know if that's a retirement on track from Lantern or not, but the safety car coming out on track. As the safety car comes out, that's going to invite Alex Noble into the fight with Kylo. Not going to be much left of racing under the safety car for the sprint race. After the safety car, may I say. Don't think anyone's going to be pitting. Penalty wise, a lot of drivers have 3-second penalties. Miguel is going to have a 3-second time penalty. Turbo with a 3. Paquinho, Garrett, Kurokilla, Wabanawa and Ben all with penalties at the moment. And we see Kylo now coming to the pit actually. He's going to get rid of the soft compounded tyres. He's going to give up his lead. He's going to put on a fresh set of soft compounded tyres. And we see Peluda getting a penalty, and Peluda getting another penalty with a vehicle collision with VT10, pit lane incident. See a lot of drivers pitting actually. Kylo pitting to put on the fresh compounded tyres. But is he going to make his way through the field enough? From the position he's in, currently starting P7, he's going to have to make up 7 positions on the drivers ahead on that compounded tyres. I mean, it's doable, it is very much doable, but the amount of laps left, I don't think it would be possible. A lot of drivers now on the compounded tyres. Martin currently trailing behind Kylo in the final point position for the sprint race in P8 on 7 lap old tyres, so it's going to be quite significantly slower than Kylo. Greg also behind, and going to be them 2 drivers are going to be sitting duck potentially compared to Dragon and VT10 and Turbo Snail as well. But a lot of drivers here with penalties. The top 6 still running on the medium compounded tyres at the moment. Let's see what's exact saying at the moment under the safety car. The battle for first at the moment is Alex Noble, Aston Martin and Miguel. But Miguel is currently with a penalty at the moment. A driver to also be watching will be this driver here, who is currently very quick here around Austria, but currently at P7. He gave up his lead of the race. He's not going to have much lap to make his way through the field. He's only going to have 2 laps to make his way through the field. Miguel and the people with penalties have been hurt significantly with the safety car grouping up the field together. Mercedes looking very strong at the moment, and both McLaren also in the point. Aston Martin nearly there, Greg currently in P9. The Ricky safety car will be coming in this lap. Only 3 retirements, Lantern retiring, Demo and Panos retiring on the first lap actually, Mercedes. So them 3 will be starting from the back of the grid. Arbon, it was just swapping position, not too sure why that was, but As we see safety car restart, Carlo's going to have only 2 laps to get through the field. All drivers ahead are going to be significantly slower on the soft, medium compounder tyre. And I wouldn't say too old, but 9 lap old medium tyre. Carlo is going to be very quick. We'll ride on board. Federico trailing quite far behind and Johnny Gage gets a 3-second time penalty. So that's his podium position out of the way. Carlo already getting past Arbon, but you're going to have to concede the position as an illegal overtaking before the line. But he's got the move now done on the McLaren. And we see Johnny Gage trailing, trying to get past Miguel. Maybe going around the outside of turn 3. Is he going to get the move done? Miguel's going to squeeze him a tiny bit. Miguel kept the position. And push Johnny Gage a tiny bit wide. Carlo now getting P5. And looking very quick on the compounder tyre. Getting past Johnny Gage. Johnny Gage now. Is he going to fight that one down the inside of turn 4? He is going to fight that one down the outside. He's going to squeeze him a tiny bit. But they're still going side by side going into Rouch. But that's Carlo moving ahead. And Carlo's next target is Miguel. Now only got 3 drivers to finish with Team Miguel looking very shaky there. Now going into the gravel. Losing the rear end a tiny bit. Seeing the medium tyre wear out slightly. Drop down from P3 all the way down to P17. A massive fight going on here. Martin, VT10 and Turbo now. Massive fight going on here. We'll ride on board with these lot. I know Carlo is currently trailing Federico. Might not be getting the win. But we'll be keeping an eye on that. Turbo now going down the inside of Martin. And Martin losing a lot of time there, actually, may I say. Turbo now currently in 8th place, so he's got a point from the qualifying ban. VT10 also in 7th. Carlo trying to get past the Aston Martin. Going to be significantly quicker. That Aston Martin just going to be a sitting duck going down the inside. He's going to move back across. And now he's going to be hunting down Alex Noble. Will Alex Noble keep the lead? Currently 1.3 second gap to Alex Noble. Will he be able to catch up in time in this final sector? We will see. I don't think he's going to be close enough to catch up Alex Noble. As Alex Noble now comes round the penultimate corner. And for the first sprint race of GRL, Carlo's ever so close. He's nearly there, but Alex Noble crosses the line to take P1. And he did on his medium compounder tyre. He's done very well. To win the first ever sprint race here at DRL, Carlo in 2nd place. Federico to round off the podium in 3rd place. Arbon in 4th. That was a magnificent sprint race, may I say. Federico looking very good there. Turbo Snail from the back of the grid, P20. Managed to get into the point in P8, if I'm not mistaken. I know VT10 also managed to improve significantly. Turbo Snail got P7, VT10 just about missed out of the point. Mercedes getting double points here in sprint race. Arbon P4, Johnny Gage P5, Ilge P6, Turbo Snail in the hat in P7 from a qualifying ban from the back of the grid to P7, and to round off the final point will be Ben in P8. VT10 nearly there, put himself into the point for the race. Green Dead put himself into the point in P10, and 3 retirements from the sprint race. We had Panos and Demo with a collision in lap 1, and Lantern DNF mid-race. event. The main race, sprint race, had just finished. And we see a lot of drivers actually going for a lot of different tyres. Alex Noble starting on the medium compounder tyre, Nilo down to P4, starting on a hard compound, Johnny Gageot in P5. And the first driver in the top 6 to start on the soft compounder tyre, IG4. Turbo Snail on the medium. A lot of drivers further down the field starting on the soft compounder tyre from 11 to P19. Panos starting on the medium compounder tyre, trying to go the long way. Lantern did sacrifice both of his medium tyres in the race. One set of tyres is completely gone from the crash he had, which he mentioned. The crash he had in tyre, the car completely lost it, went into the wall. Very unfortunate from the Ferrari driver, but I'm sure he can bounce back in this race. Martin, currently in P11, also very quick driver. I'm sure he'll be able to get some points here for McLaren. And we see it's going to be 36 laps of racing here for the sprint race. Cloudy sky to potential rain. So we will see how this race planned out. Now the driver's coming around the final corner. Right on board with Panos to be the final driver to come round. Red Bull Mobile corner. Turn 10. It's only a 10 lap track. A couple of drivers being disqualified from the session. We're going to have 36 laps of racing here at the Red Bull Ring. Here in Austria, welcome to EU Tier 2 as we watch the lights go to 5. And it's going to be lights out and away we go. Is Tyler going to get a better start than Alex Noble? He's not actually got that great of a start actually. Frederic has managed to stick with him. He's going to pull over to the side. LG4 going a bit wide there. We see a half of Turbo Snell. We managed to get past Johnny Gageot. He's going to have to concede that position with an illegal overtake. Adds invited loads of cars to get past him here. And he's lost a lot of positions there. The amount of positions he gained, he's lost them all already. As we see all drivers still staying clear. As I say that, Paquinho being a bit shaky there through. As we see Arbon going down. Side by side with Johnny Gageot going into turn 4. Side by side, Johnny Gageot getting the inside line. Looking a lot quicker than Arbon there. Still side by side coming into Roush at the moment. Yeah, yellow flag further behind. Still side by side. The McLaren and the Mercedes still side by side. A tiny bit of contact. The Mercedes going wide into the gravel. Carl's having to swerve to avoid him. Just an unfortunate incident. As we see Ben now all over the back of Arbon. Arbon currently leading the championship, but Ben on that soft compounder tyre is going to get past this McLaren very quickly compared to the hard compounder. You can see him go down the inside of turn 1, but the McLaren's going to brake a lot later than the Ferrari. He's got a bit wide, but he's managed to keep his position over the Ferrari. VT10 also trailing behind. Not many drivers close. Williams really close to the Ferrari. Don't think he's going to get a move done on the Ferrari. No, he's not, but he's still there. Miguel trying to get past Johnny Gageot, who dropped significantly down the field. Looking a very, very bit shaky there going onto the grass, but we see Miguel now getting attacked by Lantern. Miguel doing late braking down the inside, but he's having to. Now there's going to be these two going top by top. Lantern made the move done on Miguel. So that is Miguel locked another position. 2 Williams now together. Lantern showing the soft tyres of what they can really do here around the Red Bull Ring. And VT10 now going down the inside of the penultimate corner on Ben. And he's got the move done on Ben. Ben's not going to be happy with that one. He didn't do that well in the sprint race, so he wanted to make his time up in the main race. He's got way better speed here on VT10. He braked significantly later. And we see DRS is now enabled. VT10 is now not going to have any DRS. We're going to use a lot of the DRS to stick with Ben. He's going to have DRS going down. We see Turbo Snail now going down the inside of VT10. VT10 lost another position. And that's a tiny bit of contact there with Turbo Snail and VT10. Not really much the drivers could do there. 2 Williams are still together. at the moment. Durand Dragon currently chasing down Paluda in the Red Bull panel, also all over the back of Miguel. Miguel's not really using that soft compound tyre to maximum advantage here around the track. Wabanoa, as we see VT10 now spinning after the collision he just had with Turbo Snail. Very unfortunate collision there. Arben, yellow flag further back to Turbo VT10 at the moment, but Arben currently chasing down Federico for P3. Federico already picked up a time penalty. Arben's going to have DRS here, but seems to not be activating actually, if I'm not mistaken. He's going down the inside of turn 2 and around the outside of turn 3. Got them moved on, but Federico's not going to give that one up. He's going to fight him back down the inside. A very nice drive between these two drivers, but Federico is going to have ERS. Arben's deploying as much ERS as he can. Federico's going to have the DRS. It's going to be tie by tie going into turn 4, and then still tie by tie coming out of turn 4. Both drivers on a hard compound tyres. Coming out of Schlossgold, now going into Roush. Roush into a very dangerous corner to go tie by tie. You can easily get pushed into the gravel. As we see Federico now backing out of that one in sector 2. Don't want to risk too much here this early on in the race. Anything can happen now, may I say. Johnny Gage now all over the back of the Alpine, trying to make back his positions that he lost. And we see Kuro Killer joining the penalty gang with a 3-second time penalty. The Durand Dragon seems to be lagging or moving around quite a lot. As we see a Ferrari and Panos Lantern now spinning around, but Panos and LG4 now inside each other. Frederico's lost significant time to the car ahead. Johnny Gage still trying to stick with Durand Dragon. Now a massive DRS train from P6 all the way down to P9. So a lot of drivers in the DRS train. Not many drivers have conserved their ERS. Paluda only with 10% ERS. Red with 70%. As we see Martin now take the fastest lap with a 106, who's currently P19 at the moment. He's got the track to himself. He has pitted and going to see if he's going to try and go long on the tyres. Currently 2 laps, but we'll feed back to him very shortly. If we see Johnny Gage still trying to get past this Alpine, really wanted to get past the soft tyres. Durand Dragon's managing to use to its maximum advantage to stay ahead of Johnny Gage. Both drivers seem to be lagging a tiny bit. We see Paquinho now joining the penalty gang with a 3-second time penalty. Durand Dragon currently on 50% ERS, so he's conserved his ERS significantly better than Johnny Gage. Federico dropping out of the ERS with the Lantern now spinning in sector 3. He's going to be lapped very soon with Philo not far behind him. Johnny Gage still trying to get past the Durand Dragon, but the DRS train is not helping him whatsoever, as we see Lantern spinning again. As we ride above with Tyler, who's going to be driving past Lantern very soon. And he's got past Lantern, and Lantern just clocked in just behind. The Mercedes getting lapped. Johnny Gage still trying to get past his Alpine, may I say. He's not looking too happy at the moment. He's going to really want to get past that Alpine. If we see a spin further back with another hack spinning further back behind us. Turbo Snail now. As we see Lantern now retiring from the session in the pit lane, so that will not cause a safety car. As we see Johnny Gage braking, trying to get down the inside. He's really eager to try and get past this Alpine. Alpine will not have DRS now on this straight. Coming through sector 1, coming out of sector 1 now. Turn 2. Is he going to make the move down the inside? He is going to go down the inside. And he's going to finally get the move done that he's been waiting for. Or is he going to get wiped out? He's going to get wiped out instead. That's one way to not let him. But fair play to Durand Dragon letting Johnny Gage go past. But in the cost of all that, he's lost significantly more position than he wanted to. But he's let Johnny Gage go past. And we see Martin getting chased down by Demo at the moment. Miguel now joining the penalty gang, and Ben currently all over the back of the Aston Martin. Managed to get the move done on the Aston Martin. Very nice move. Aston Martin looking very strong at the moment. Brent not looking too quick on the medium compound tyre, but they'll be able to last significantly longer than soft compound. Banula also now trying to chase Gred maybe going down the inside of here, turn 3. No, he's not going to back out of that one and use the direct advantage on Ben. Ben is quite a quick driver. We still have 19 drivers left in this race, which I'm quite happy to see, may I say. These 3 are currently fighting for P5 at the moment. Turbo Snail picked up a penalty now. Multiple warnings if you cross the white line on the track 3 times, you get a 3-second time penalty. You proceed to do it multiple more times, you will build up on your penalties. We're still running aboard with Poletta, Greg, currently chasing down Ben for P5. The top 5 currently spaced out quite significantly. Currently lap 9 out of 36. Demo is now caught up to Martin down in P16 for the fight of P15. Johnny Gajo is also all over the back of Miguel. Miguel looking very vulnerable at the moment with no DRS. Miguel currently on 16% ERS and Johnny Gajo on 19. Gonna have to get this move done if he wants to start chasing down the other drivers. And see a yellow flag further down behind us, an Alpine mare name. Miguel not really going to want to give that one up. He's going to have the direct advantage on Johnny Gajo, but they're soft tired. They're soft tired and slowly wearing out significantly. And Petit Red now going down the inside of Ben, and Ben's not going to want to give that one up. He's going to go back around the outside of Schlossgold. And Gretton's got the move done, coming down the inside of Schlossgold. Very nice there from Ben. Now round to Roush. Gret and his teammate looking very good at the moment, P4 and P5. Soft tyres are slowly wearing out significantly. Palooza looking down the inside there a tiny bit, coming round the penultimate corner. Ben all over the back now of Greg. He's got the DRS advantage and not much ERS advantage, may I say. He's going to go down the inside of turn 1, but Greg with a 90% ERS still left in this race. He's got a DRS and a ERS advantage. Ben's absolutely vulnerable here, and he's got lost 2 positions here maybe. Even to the Red Bull. Red Bull dropped out of that one, did not want to fight that. And Johnny Gajo now joined the fight, and maybe it might be a massive DRS train. We see Dura Killer coming to the pit for the hard compound, and Duran Dragon on the soft compound. Turbot now getting another time penalty. Ben still chasing down Red. Palooza still behind. Lantern now leaving the session. The only retirement so far in the session. Ben getting past Greg there with a tiny bit of lag, a distance of lag. Greg not going to be happy with that one. The soft compound tyres are slowly wearing out now. Arbon now collecting a 3-second time penalty, but he's still safe in the podium position. The driver behind also has a penalty, may I say. Greg bailing out that corner, but also collecting a 3-second time penalty along the way. Johnny Gajo has now joined the fight, and so is Miguel, and so is Paquinho. So it's now a fight from P5 down to P10, and Wabanoa, the Alfa Romeo, might also join the fight soon. We see Palooza now going down the outside of Gret, going into Schlossgold. He's already made the move, and Gret has now lost 2 positions in the space of a lap. And he's not going to be very happy with that, especially the fact that his medium tyres should be wearing in now, and the soft tyres should be wearing out. So he's looking very shaky. He might even lose another position to Johnny Gajo here. He goes into the gravel, and he's lost another position, and also invited Miguel to go down the inside of Worth, and he's got the move done. It's also invited Paquinho to get the move, and Paquinho's now chasing down Gred, and Gred's not looking very good at the moment on this medium compound tyre. And we see Ben getting into the pit to get rid of that soft compounded tyre to collect a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Going to put on the hard compounded tyre to last till the end of the race. Let's see how that does. EUT10 now getting past him. In P11, if we go back to the fight, Johnny Gajo maybe looking around the inside of Raymond, but not going to want to force a move too much. He's got the DRS on Palooza. Palooza heavily quenched of ERF at the moment. 0% ERF left for Palooza, and he goes round the outside Johnny Gajo. Very nice move on Palooza. Palooza looking very vulnerable there. Miguel still in the fight. Red not using those medium tires to as much advantage as he can. Paquinho still also in the fight. Wabano is still there, waiting further behind. We go slightly further down the field. Demo still chasing down Martin. Now a fight for P13. As we see Johnny Gajo now pick up a 3-second time penalty. We see Palooza now also coming into the pit to get rid of the soft compound tyres. We're going to see a lot of drivers now coming into the pit to get rid of those soft compound tyres. Gren, significant ERF advantage. Miguel looking absolutely vulnerable there, and nothing Miguel could do there. But he's going to sneak his nose in a tiny bit to Gren, but with Gren going around the outside and the soft compound tyre wearing out a lot, there's not going to be much advantage. He's going to go down the inside here of Schlossgold, and he's got the move done. Gren maybe trying to stick the move around the outside, but he's going to still going side by side, going into Rauch, and Paquinho still in the fight. Miguel going round the outside of Rauch on the Aston Martin, got the move stuck. Gren looking very awful on the medium compound tyres, not looking that great. Paquinho still there in the fight, chasing down Gren as well. Johnny Gajo has now bridged the gap to Gren and Paquinho to 1.7 seconds. We see a lot of drivers now picking up penalties. Penalty wide, let's have a look. Penalty wide, Miguel currently with 6 seconds, then with an 8-second penalty. He's looking very good, but you should need to stay clear of the penalty. Kuro Killer on 6 seconds, and Turbo Snell also on 6 seconds. We see Gren now going to make the move down the inside. He's not going to make the move done. If we go down to Turbo Snell, he's going to be wanting to get past Kuro Killer as quick as he can. Going to try and go to the end of the race with the entire compounded tyre. The Dragon now pitching. He's going to go down the inside here. Turbo will be. And he's got the move done going into turn 1. And we see Paquinho now getting past Gren. And good Turbo side coming out of Schlossgold. And Gren really conserving in the ERF, may I say. Still 90% ERF. Very good at conserving in the ERF. Paquinho and Miguel still going on the soft compounded tyres. Miguel looking very shaky up ahead. But Gren knows you shouldn't really fight this one. We see Paquinho now coming into the pit. Paquinho now coming into the pit, and Miguel taking an illegal pit entry. That will then go to steward discretion. Gren now lead the driver that he was fighting with quite significant ERF advantage at the moment. Ben Cap currently in P8, EUT10, currently in P7, on 14 lap medium tyres. Martin now in the point in P10, chasing down Palooza of the Red Bull. Palooza currently on 5% ERF. Martin on 27% ERF. He's going to stick behind him here in turn 3, coming down the DRS straight. He's not looking that great at the moment. Martin on the medium compounded tyres. I know he's going to want to pit again to get rid of a medium, maybe going on to the soft compound. Arbon now picking up another time penalty. Currently on 15 lap old tyre. Silo currently leading the race with 6.5 seconds. There's been so much fighting, and we see actually Miguel going down the inside of Wabanoa, and that is one of the championship leaders. Currently in P15, not looking too great at the moment. Miguel currently leading the championship in the Asian tier. But very good from Miguel at the moment there. Now increasing up into P4. Now going to be chasing down Paquinho. Miguel looking very quick at the moment, may I say. Martin going to have direct advantage coming out of turn 1. going down into Remus now, turn 2. Is he going to want to get the move done here? And we see him get attacked by Demo, actually, Merte. Going around the outside of both drivers. The Red Bull's not going to want to give that one up as Martin pushes both drivers off the track. Martin managing to get past the Red Bull. A very questionable way. Demo was looking very quick there. Demo is going to back out that one. And he loses a front wing there, actually. Panel and the Red Bull fighting. I would have heavily recommended him to back out that one, but he's going to have to pit here. Demo for that front wing. That front wing heavily impacted his turning speed at Rauch. So that's not going to be great for him. BT10 now in P7. He's going to come to the pit to get rid of the medium compounded tyre, potentially onto the harder compound. Unless he's already pitted, then maybe double stack the medium. So we see Demo crash, leaving the session. Who is one of the Haas drivers in P12. A lot of drivers coming out of the pit now. Gred now coming out of the pit. He hit the pit wall, which he's not going to be happy with, actually, Merte. Not sure if he's got front wing damage. Maybe just avoided it, but the VT10 getting past him. Auto hunting down IG4. Miguel has now left the session. Auto. Dragon also leaving the session. There might have been a collision there, actually. But a lot of drivers here. Alex Noble now coming into the pit. Coming out of the pit. For the fresh hard compounded tyres currently in P4. Both Mercedes looking very good at the moment, P4 and P5. As we see Dragon now leaving the session. Alex Noble's going to maybe get a massive undercut on the current leaders at the moment. Tyler currently has a massive gap on the drivers. Hopefully Johnny Gajo has team ordered from the Mercedes box to let Alex Noble fast. Alex Noble is going to be very quick here. Arbon currently sat in P2, currently leading the championship with VT10. Now getting another penalty. Johnny Gajo not wanting to let his teammate get through, actually. The two Mercedes fighting, like Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton over again. But Alex Noble has finally managed to get the move done. Going round Raymond. He's got the move done on his teammate. As we see VT10 now chasing down Turbo Nail with the DRS. Will he go down the inside of Schlossgold? What a brilliant move, may I say, from VT10 on Turbo Nail. Got the move done on Turbo Nail. Turbo Nail kept absolutely napping there with the tyres. Currently 11 lap old tyres, and Gretin now hunting him down with 100% ERS. Turbo Nail currently on 8. Currently lap 19. Gret now chasing down Turbo Nail. Potentially did not want to risk that going into Rint of turn 9, but yeah, it's just a fastest track on the calendar. I quite enjoy this track, actually, may I say. But Gret is going to go round the outside of turn 1, going to back out that one. We're going to have a way better exit speed on Turbo Nail. And Turbo Nail still has DRS on VT10. But Gret is going to deploy a lot of DRS to try and get past his hat. To chase down VT10, who's currently in the final point position. Gret is going to have DRS again. Turbo Nail losing a lot of time on the hard compounded tyres, so he's not going to be happy with that one at the moment. Wabanoa currently trying to chase down Palooza of the Red Bull in P7. He managed to get within DRS range. Gret is also still trying to chase down VT10 for the final point position. A lot of drivers still yet to pit, but I don't think they're going to have to pit. Johnny Gajo is still going to have to pit. Managing to do 19 laps on his medium tyre is very impressive. Potentially going on to the softer compound. Arbon currently trailing the leader by 10.5 seconds. The 3 leaders at the moment. Currently on yet to do a pit stop, so Carlo will still retain his lead, but Arbon and Federico maybe dropping down further down in the field. See Wabanoa really close now to Palooza. He's got the DRS advantage now down the DRS straight. It's not even going to be a fight for Wabano, and we can say thank you very much to the Red Bull and get past him very easily there. Palooza is going to want to stick with him here to try and get as much points as he can for the Red Bull team and for himself. If you are not aware, we do have a League Construction Championship. All points from each team of each tier going to a total tally for the League Construction Championship. So even if you're not doing well with your team or yourself in the league, you're going to want to get as much points as you can for the league construction. And Turbus now getting another time penalty further down the field. Demo and Miguel are currently under AI, so they will not be getting any points. Turbus now currently at P12. Only driver close enough to make a move is currently IG4 on Turbo Snail, and Palooza also currently chasing down Wabanoa of P7. Johnny Gage is still yet to pit, so that will increase Ben and unleash him to attack his teammate. Johnny Gage now picking up another time penalty. Everyone wants to join the penalty gang today, and we see Federico now get a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As he comes into the pit, the first driver in the top 3 to come into the pit. Gap to leader, Dilo currently has a 24-second gap to third place, so that will still retain his lead. And we see Federico now put on the softer compounder tyre on the medium. We're going to see how far he can get on this medium. Still 3 drivers yet to pit this race: Johnny Gajo, Arbin and Dilo. But Federico here is going to be looking very quick. Kuro Killer now getting another 3-second time penalty in this race. We're right aboard Philo. We haven't seen much of this man at the moment. Being very quiet. He's been very comfortably leading the race. It's been alright. It's been pretty good. Very quiet, very subtle. And Arbin now coming to the pit. One of the 3 drivers yet to pit. Will he be putting on the medium, or will he be putting on the softer compound? He's going to put on the medium compounded tyres and let Alex Noble get ahead of him. Alex Noble with no penalty at the moment. Alex Noble's going to be trying to catch up to Tylo at the moment. Tylo currently on 22 laps on the compounded tyre, and we see him catching up to a Alfa Romeo further behind. We see Wabano now getting another time penalty. Palooza will not have to fight this one too much, as you know, to gain the position on the Alfa Romeo. IG4 currently chasing down Turbo. Now Martin currently in P14, also fighting for P12 at the moment. A lot of drivers here with penalties at the moment. Alex Noble in decreasing the gap to Tylo. Tylo looking somehow very comfortably on the hard. I reckon he's going to try and get onto the softer compounded tyre and try and take the fastest lap, who's currently held by Martin at the moment. Palooza still chasing down Wabanoa at P7, and I think Miguel looking a lot quicker than Alpine in front of him, but wanted to get past him a lot. Miguel, one of the only drivers this far down without a penalty, so if he manages to stay clear of the penalty, he might even get into the point himself. As we see now, Johnny Gajo coming into the pit, the Alpine in front of him looking very slow, going to want to get past him, going to have the direct advantage on him. He's going to really want to get past him, maybe go down the outside of turn 3. The Alpine's got very, very low wing to have high pit speed. As we now see Tylo diving into the pit. It's currently a 4-way fight here. Turbo's now going down the inside of turn 3 of the Mercedes to Johnny Gajo, who's just pitted. The Alpine going very wide. Martin, the Alpine coming onto the track very dangerously. We're going to concede a position to the Mercedes and Martin. Martin now going to fight the Mercedes. The Alpine's now also maybe going down the inside. The Alpine's going to bail out that one, but Martin maybe go down the outside of Schlossgold. He's been pushed a tiny bit wide. Arbin now takes the fastest lap with a 106.473. That's going to be quickly taken over by Stylo. who's still currently leading the race. Currently a four-way fight for P11 at the moment. Turbo Snail currently leading the train. But they're going to be chasing down Grant at the moment, who's actually very good at conserving ERS, as we can see currently 90% ERS. Martin really wanted to get past Johnny Gager. Johnny Gager also really wanted to get past Turbo Snail. Turbo Snail really old on their tyres. As we see Turbo Snail get overtaken by Johnny Gager, but he's going to get the move done again. And Martin also getting the move done on Johnny Gager, and maybe going to get a double overtake on Ahat as well. He's not going to give the Mercedes any room, and we see Martin now go down the inside of Turbo Snail, and he's got the move done, but he's not going to have any DRS. He is actually going to have DRS. The Hat is not going to have any DRS, but he's not going to have any ERS to deploy. The Martin is going to currently sit on a Turbo Snail, fighting this one back, and going to hit Martin. There coming out Schlossgold. Not good there from the Hat, turning into the McLaren. That will be a potential report from the McLaren team. With Johnny Gager now chasing down the Williams at the moment. Kylo still yet to take the fastest lap, may I say. But Johnny Gager currently chasing down Panel. Grant now picked up another 3-second time penalty. So Johnny Gager getting past the Williams and getting past him very comfortably. My team now joining the penalty gang. But Martin won't be happy at the moment. And Panos going to fight that one back actually on Johnny Gager. He's going to get through him, past him, and he got the move done. Currently catting P11, 3.3 seconds behind the final finishing point position. Palooza is going to increase significantly, potentially up into P5 with the amount of penalties going on. Let's have a look at the penalties. Ben has currently got an 8-second penalty, so if Palooza manages to close that gap to Wabanoa and Ben, may even increase up into P5. Demo, who is no longer racing, and Miguel is no longer racing. Alex Noble currently sat in P2, another driver with no penalties. Kylo currently leading the race on currently lap 27. On the Crofter compounder tyres. Right aboard with Kylo for a tiny bit. Actually, as I say that, Johnny Gager took a very close to the William. Potentially go down the inside of turn 1. He had to go down the inside of turn 1. And he's going to have the DRS advantage over the William. Williams is not going to have any DRS. He's going to get a lot of straight line speed there on the Williams car. Go down the inside of turn 2, and he's got the move done on the Mercedes. Even though the Mercedes had DRS on the Williams, the Mercedes is now going to have DRS on the Williams again. But a much significant ERS advantage over the Williams as well. Go down the inside of Schlossgold. Very nicely done from Johnny Gager. 4P11. It's currently a yellow flag further behind him. Martin now retiring from the race just before Schlossgold, and now we see a safety car. Safety car deployed on lap 27. Kylo had lapped a couple of cars, so a couple of cars will be allowed to unlap themselves. Alex Noble, a lot of drivers are now coming into the pit to change those tyres. Now going to go onto the soft compounded tyres, and this is really going to spice things up now on lap 28 now. A lot of drivers coming into the pit for the soft compounded tyres. Will any driver stay out? Johnny Gager is going to stay out on the track. He's going to use track position to his advantage. He is going to be slow, may I say, but he's going to use track position to his advantage. He's going to be allowed to pass the safety car. As we see Tylo now coming into the pit, potentially for a new set of soft compounded tyres. He's actually changed his front wing, may I say. Maybe a tiny bit of contact somewhere, but he changed his front wing. The Turbo Snail now retiring from the race. Currently 4 retirements from this race at the moment. Federico also coming in, Ben coming in. Johnny Gager is the only driver to be staying out on the track on their tyres. Will he be coming in, or is he actually going to stay out in this hard compounded tyre? Ben is actually serving his time penalty. That's why he's come in. and to change your tyres. Very smart from Ben. A lot of drivers are going to be serving a lot of penalties here. To try and use it to their advantage, and that maybe cleared Ben of a lot of time. He did have an 8-second time penalty. He now only has a 3-second time penalty. Johnny Gaggio is not pitting, but Johnny Gaggio does have an 11-second time penalty. The top two on fresh, top four on fresh compounded tyre. The top two do not have any track limit violation. We're actually going to read the incident and see if either driver and the top two have a track limit violation under the safety car. As we scroll further down, we can see a lot of track limit violations. Tylo has got one. Alex Noble with one. Alex Noble with two, actually. Yeah, so currently Kylo only with one track limit warning, so very good. Alex Noble only one warning away from receiving the penalty to then join the penalty gang. Arbon currently in third place with a 6-second time penalty, so Federico will get the jump on Arbon. Time-wise, I can see a couple drivers further down. Miguel and Demo are not fighting. These drivers need to unlap themselves. They're currently leading a pack of the safety cars. They're currently on lap 29. They should be allowed to pass the safety car. As we see Red now coming to the pit potentially to get rid of his time penalty. Or not. Because I want the soft compounded tyres. Johnny Gaggio is still staying out with his hard compounded tyres. See how he does on his hard compound. It'll be interesting to see. Now that the field is now bunched up for loser, if he manages to stick very close to the driver ahead of him, he could even potentially get a podium. Saying that Arbon doesn't increase the gap significantly to Palooza. Only 4 retirements in this race. We had a full 20 drivers turn up for the sprint race. A full 20 drivers for one-shot qualifying, and we had a full 20 drivers for the race. 16 drivers remain, 2 under AI, so 14 real drivers remain. We're going to have 5 laps of racing here around Austria, the Red Bull Ring. Alex Noble, currently not next to Silo, may I say. Currently a back marker in front of him, so he's not going to be happy with that one actually. Why that back marker has not been allowed to pass is beyond me. But Alex Noble had lost a lot of time to Silo, which he's not going to be happy with at all. And the Alpine in front of him is going to be very quick. As we see Ben with the half being ghosted at the moment. Tiny bit of contact with the 2 cars ahead. Federico making contact with Johnny Gaggio, managing to save the car, but Federico picking up another time penalty. Ben is now going to be chasing down Federico. That has to see a yellow flag further back behind, and we see a virtual safety car come out. Potentially too much debris on the track. Pupacchino getting past VT10. Both AlphaTauri very good. 2 Mercedes in a point, 2 AlphaTauris in a point, and the 2 Red Bulls in a point. Red Bull looking very quick as well. William are not having a great race, neither are the Alpine or the Hackney. Aston Martin could be possible. Greg did done pretty well. He's actually managed to accumulate a drive-through penalty. 2 drivers actually have managed to accumulate drive-through penalty. Austria is quite a hard track to avoid penalties around. And we see Arbon now going to be chasing down the Mercedes of Alex Noble, and a lot of drivers are going to be chasing down. Pelusa is going to want to try and stay clear. He might not even try and push at anyone. He's just going to try and stay clear of the penalties. He knows he's going to increase significant time and position. With just 4 laps of racing left, Silo managed to bridge the gap to Alex Noble by 3.1 seconds, with the back marker being in between them. Alex Noble couldn't really get a jump on Carlo or be prepared. Arbon currently chasing down Alex Noble. He's going to drop the position anyway with the penalties that he had. Then also within DRS range, Wabanoa currently also behind him. Arbon currently leading the championship, and as it stands will still lead the championship right now as sitting in P3. Nakura Killer getting another penalty. Panel further behind Johnny Gaggio with that hard tyre, not looking that great for him. Going to want to be getting past Nakura Killer as quick as he can. 3 laps of racing remain here around the Red Bull Ring. VT10 Ultra with a qualifying bad, but currently in P7. So I'm not looking bad from VT10 at the moment. Trying to get past Wabanoa. Down the inside of turn 3, maybe going around the outside of turn 3. He's not going to fight that one too much. And Wabanoa defends very nicely there against VT10. And actually gets a significant jump there down the straight. Wabanoa also chasing down Ben in the Ferrari. Arbon still chasing down Alex Noble. Alex Noble not looking actually that quick, in all fairness, on that soft compounded tyres. And we see Carlo now coming around the penultimate corner to start lap 35, the penultimate lap now for the driver. Arbon still chasing down Alex Noble. If he does pass Alex Noble, he is going to have to beat him by 9 seconds, which is not going to be possible at all. Arbon is going to drop down the field significantly. May I say, you see VT10 talking very close to Wabanoa, and he's going to stay out of trouble for that one. He's currently on the penultimate lap for these drivers around EU. He's going to want to get the move done down the inside of turn 2 and maybe around the outside of turn 3, unless Wabanoa wants to fight this one back. He's not going to fight this one back. I would keep Pelusa also trying to get past the AlphaTauri. AlphaTauri trying to move their way up the field to try and get as much points for the team as possible. Arbon still chasing down the Mercedes further up ahead. Wabanoa still trying to stick with VT10, but looking very shaky at the moment. Pelusa also trying to chase down Pacquinho as well. Johnny Gaggio currently chasing down the Williams. As we see Pacquinho get past Pelusa, Wabanoa leaving the session just on the penultimate lap. AI is actually quite low. I think it's on 80 or 70, so he's going to be losing a lot of time. AI actually comes into the pit, so he's not actually going to get many points in the Driver Championship. Going to team out the point and invite Johnny Gaggio back into the point on the final lap. Kylo looking very quick at the moment. Arbon still trying to chase down Alex Noble. Coming into turn 3. He's going to go down the inside here at turn 3. No, he's not. And VT10 also trying to chase down the Ferrari. Into P5 of Raymond. Not many driver overtakes going on at the moment. Pelusa currently trying to chase down Paquinho, Paluna looking very good at the moment with no time penalty for the driver. He's going to jump the field significantly. We see a yellow flag further down the field. We see a Mercedes actually of Alex Noble making contact with the McLaren. McLaren getting past him, and I don't think it's going to be a 9-second gap, but we now see Federico now get past Alex Noble. Alex Noble actually ran out of fuel. He's run out of fuel, and from a second place potential, he dropped down to P6 at the moment. Paquinho now chasing him down. He dropped significantly. He ran out of fuel around here in Austria. Paquinho chasing down. He's going to lose another position potentially, and he has actually. But Alex Noble's going to jump the field again with a penalty. He's only got P5 with a potential podium of P2, running out of fuel on the final lap. P2 had now turned into P5. Very unfortunate there for Alex Noble, but big credit to Stylo, which may have been a Grand Slam. Don't know if he led every lap of the sprint race, but brilliant drive. He got pole position in the sprint race and led nearly every lap of the sprint. Led every lap here around. No, he did not get a Grand Slam. He did not win the sprint race, but Stylo to win the second race here at the Red Bull Ring for EU Tier 1. Very good to round off the podium. Would have been the Mercedes, but running out of fuel, very unfortunate on the final lap. Had him drop down to P3. The Ferrari and AlphaTauri. Alex Noble for the race. Here we go. VT10 actually getting second place. Ben getting third in the Ferrari. Arbon in P4. Alex Noble in P5 in the Mercedes. Bernoula in the Red Bull. Panos in 7th in the Williams. Federico in P8 in the Aston Martin. Paquinho in P9. And Johnny Gaggio, 2 Mercedes in a point. Also 2 Red Bulls in a point. And 2 AlphaTauri. So them 2 teams looking very good. Very unfortunate from Alfa Romeo in P11. And the fastest lap taken by Stylo with a 1:04.810. Brilliant lap. And with the best results this weekend, Stylo just about missing out on the maximum point. Getting 33 points. But with a quali ban, I'm going to have to give driver of the day to VT10. With a qualifying ban, starting from the back of the grid and placing 9th in sprint qualifying and then 2nd in the race. Very good comeback drive from VT10. But that is race 2 around the Red Bull Ring here in Austria. I will not be here commentary tomorrow or Wednesday, but I will be here Saturday for race number 3 for Asia Tier 1.